And we have January 23rd, 2016. We are at Banbury Place, which is the old Uniroyal building. And I had to kind of scoot underneath some wires here, and I'm trying to find a nice, safe place to go up in the air. I'm adding audio to this video on April 23rd, 2018. My Phantom 3 videos didn't have any audio, so I'm coming back later and adding them. This was always a very interesting place to me. Uniroyal used to make car tires. In fact, they still do, but not in Eau Claire anymore. This was a thriving business here, and a lot of people made a good living working for Uniroyal. But eventually the plant got old, and through economic decisions that the Uniroyal people made, they decided to shut it down. It was kind of devastating to the city, but we got through it. And now they are using the building for startup companies. They remodel sections, and then businesses that are kind of starting up can help get some funding and get going. We see the old smokestack here that isn't being used anymore. It used to be a big boiler in that building. And I've worked with people that worked at Uniroyal, and not too many of them had anything bad to say. Some of them worked real hard, some of them didn't. But nobody complained about not being able to put food on their table. So what I decided to do is I'm going to cross the road here and just fly along the building. That way I can stay out of people's way and we can get a good look at it. At first, when they closed it down, I thought probably the best thing to do would be just to tear everything down. But, well, I'll tell you what, they stuck a little money into it, and they're making it work. And it is kind of part of the history of Eau Claire. But you can see they've fixed parts of the building up pretty nice. I talked to some guys that were in the maintenance there, and they said they'd have greasing routes, and they'd start in the morning and go all day just going around greasing stuff. And some of the stuff they have on the side of the building is pretty neat. They've got huge gears that they must have taken out of some machines. But you can always tell the guys that used to work on the tire machines because their arms, their hands hung down to their kneecaps from picking up all those tires. And not really, I just made that up. And so we're coming back down, back to where we took off from. Looks like a very interesting place. And someone's got a cell phone antennas mounted on the top there. And one of the things I wanted to do, but I didn't do, was fly on top of that smokestack and take a look down it. See what I could see. And I got to get a little look in the side there, kind of get my orientation of where I am. In order to get the picture you see, the drone actually isn't where you might think it would be. It's usually a ways back from where it's looking. And I must have had to stop to take a little nap there. Actually, I know what I was doing there. I was hearing a train, and I was trying to figure out where the train was. Hoping maybe I would catch one coming down the tracks, but not so. And now we're going down the other side. And I think that's kind of neat that they can find some use for these old buildings here. Like I say, there's a lot of history sitting there. And right on the corner coming up here used to be Wholesome Bakery. And they are not there anymore, unfortunately. That used to be another pretty good job. Yeah, I'm kind of flying down the tracks trying to search out where I heard this train coming from, but nothing showed up. When Wholesome Bakery was down there, I can remember driving down the area there. Boy, did that smell good. They were baking bread. And there were a lot of businesses that serviced Uniroyal too, you know, with different types of services. And then when they left town there, all those businesses were kind of left high and dry. That was kind of towards the end of the era where if you worked for a company, you could pretty well think about retiring there. You know, that probably isn't true so much anymore, but I guess if there wasn't change, there wouldn't be progress. So we also look at the good. And there I am, kind of tucked off to the side there, out of everybody's way. And we'll kind of bring her back down here. And of course, when you see a window like that, you want to fly up to it and look inside. Oh, there was the old Woo's Pagoda top sitting back there. I don't know if I'll be able to, if I spin around and look at it again, but we had a restaurant that was named Woo's Pagoda, and when they closed, they took the top off the building to try to preserve it. Oh, come on, spin around a little more, a little more. Oh, no, don't tell me. Nope. Anyway, they have the top of it stored behind there, behind that fence. And it looks like there's some tracks up on the top of the roof there. And we'll just take a quick peek in the window here. Yeah, let's shuffle over a little bit. And we'll start bringing her onto the ground here. So that's Banbury Place here, the old Uniroyal. Kind of a fly around the building.